Okay, so today is August 1st. Gonna look back at July, gonna look forward to August, and while there are a few things to talk about looking back in July, the biggest by far is the bar exam, which as of yesterday has been completed. Now, I can't go into any specifics about what was on or not on the exam. That is something they get into, like, hey, it's copyright. You can't talk about the questions, the fact patterns, blah, 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 blah. And I will not be doing that because I don't want the wrong person to find out and then get, anger the wrong people. What I will say is Tuesday was the writing, so that's the performance tests and the essays. Wednesday was the multiple choice. 100 questions, 100 questions. After the performance tests, I personally felt quite good. After the essays, not so much. Some of the essays I felt like, okay, like I got this, and other essays I was like, these are some areas I maybe didn't study as well as I should have, or like this is a sub-issue. I didn't study as much as I should have. It is what it is. That's kind of the nature of the beast. And then another essay where I'm like, I either did exactly what they wanted or I did nothing that they wanted, and I don't fucking know. Yickety yikes. During the first set of 100 multiple choice questions, I was like, man, I don't know. Like, what the fuck? I spent all this time and I feel like I'm getting all of these wrong. I'm so dumb. And I finished early, and I was like, let me start looking over some of my questions. And as I was looking over my questions and answers, I was like, now that I'm kind of out of my own head, I actually feel a lot better about most of these answers. Okay, this one is definitely wrong. Let me change that. I feel a lot better about a lot of these answers, and that was nice. And then the afternoon session, I felt really good about a lot of those questions as well. Now, who knows what that means? I could be like, yeah, I did super well on the multiple choice, and I did poorly. But there's definitely been times where I felt like I was doing well, and I did, and times when I didn't think I was doing well, and I still did well. So, I'll find out in September. Literally, Friday the 13th is when I get my results, and boy, isn't that a fun fucking omen. But it is what it is. And you know what else it is? It is done. I don't have to study. I don't have to think about studying. I don't have to stress about studying. I will stress about the results. It's gonna happen. But I feel like the closer we get to it, like once I hit September, August is just kind of a month of rest, relax, and recharge. But that was the big thing in July. That was the big thing the last 2 days. Some of the other things in July. Made a lot of worm progress. I don't know how many arcs I read in July, but I only have not even 3 whole. I have like 2 and a third left. I'm almost done with 29. I'm hoping to get it done today. I started Conquer last month. I actually finished it this morning. I just made a video on it. I haven't posted it yet. I'll probably post it. Excuse me, fuck. I'll probably post it after this one. Let me see. Conquer. Jose and I are almost playing Kingdom Hearts 1. Like, every now and then we'll kind of boot it up a little bit. It's not like a project. Sorry, the dog's here. Let me pause real quick. Okay, I was talking about Kingdom Hearts. It's not like, damn, we are sitting down and we're going to play through Kingdom Hearts, but it's just more of a, both of us are hanging out in the mood. We'll play a little bit. Similarly, playing some Tekken with Wyatt and Chris. None of us are particularly good, but we're all just having a really good time. And that's what I love about Tekken. I feel like anytime I'm playing Tekken, I'm just like, I'm having fun. I don't know how to play this game. I'm dog shit. But it's so cool. It's so cool. It's just neat as fuck. I love that energy. Watched a lot of I feel like we watched a lot of Godzilla movies. We've only got 2 left in the Showa era. Really looking forward to getting those done. Talked about Worm. And another thing, is I had a lot of really good pulls in Fate Go. So for the guaranteed 5-star for the anniversary, I got the exact servant I wanted, which was the assassin Koyon Saka. I don't know how to fucking pronounce a evil assassin Tamamo. That's who I wanted, because I tried to pull her last year. I used a lot of quartz, did not get her, got her this time. I also got Arcade. I spent I think that's how you pronounce it, by the way, I'm not super sure. I spent a lot of quartz on Lady Avalon, but I was able to pull her, and kind of just like for funsies pull, I was able to get Voyager, and I also got Bunny Saber as also kind of part of the event. So like I got some good ones. I got some nice 5-stars. I was happy with that. Smiling Friends, and I feel like part of that was in June, but I think the last episode or 2 was in July. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like I should put it on there just in case. And then in terms of writing, so in terms of Orichalcum, I got a lot of that done in July. A lot of my editing, a lot of just the chapter by chapter shit. Did a lot of work on the query letter and revising and reworking that. I feel very happy with it. I feel like I am ready to send the query letter out. I'm just gonna finish, like, that part is good. I just need to finish the manuscript again, and that's gonna be a while, but I feel like I'm genuinely making the story better, and it will be worth the wait. In terms of Severance, I really didn't do much with its manuscript, but the main character designs are all done. One of the characters has all of her sprites done, at least all the planned ones. You know, shit gets added. And we've started sprites for the next character. So progress is being made, and we take that. So, that was July. Now we get August. August 1st. Like I said, Conquer's already done. So there's that. I had planned on finishing it by the end of the week. So that, bam. Probably later in the week, like Sunday or so, I plan on finally starting Xenogears. This is what I've been looking for. I've been, kind of like what I was saying in my Conquer video, it's a game I've been wanting to play for a really long time. Xenogears is in that boat as well. And I was saying, like, you know, this is my bar trip. Like, I'm not going to go on a vacation I did earlier in the year. Instead, I'm going to play Xenogears. And I'm so excited and stoked for it. Something I didn't write down, because I didn't really, like, I wasn't 100% sure on doing this, was finishing My Hero. Because the finale comes out on Sunday, so earlier today I just caught up. I was talking to Clay about it, like, what are my overall thoughts on My Hero? I think a solid 70, like the first 75 to 80% of the story, I kind of fucking love. And then it just gets really long. Like, I don't dislike the idea of the climax, like the fights that are happening, the emotions that are going on, the characters involved and all of them. Like, this works. It's just long and exhausting. I feel like if some of it was, like, condensed, I probably would have liked it a lot more. I know some of the... I won't go super deep into it because I'm not trying to do, like, a whole My Hero video with spoilers. I don't mind the direction they took Deku. I know there's a lot of people that do, and I get it. For me, I feel like it reinforces the main theme of the story, which is what we got, like, literally from the first episode, and I'm assuming in the first chapter as well. With Deku, someone who was quirkless, had no power, ran in to save Bakugo. This is a regular person doing his best to help other people. Heroes inspire regular people, and regular people can inspire heroes as well. Anyone, you know, it's like anyone can be super. And when everyone's super, no one will be. But that's not really an MHA thing. I just, you know, I had to complete the quote. I feel like thematically, this is, like, its heart is still in the right place. Even if it was maybe a little too long-winded near the end. But I am looking forward to reading the finale. Let's see. So my watching projects for August, because now I have time, and it's not like I have time to do stuff without my brain saying, hey, you should be studying, and me feeling bad because I'm doing other shit. I want to finish the... Okay, so I was talking to Clay, because we haven't been watching Adventure Time. So I think what I want to do is, after we finish a Godzilla era, because most other eras are... The Showa is the longest era. The others are notably shorter. Because I'm going to do era, a season of Adventure Time, maybe even 2. Then do another era. So it's Showa, I think Heisei, Millennium. So I think what we're going to do is Showa, Heisei, Godzilla 98, Millennium, the animated trilogy. We're going to go slightly out of order. So we're going to do the animated trilogy, the Monsterverse, and then the live-action movies in the Reiwa era, specifically so we can end on -1. That's the goal. And I like the idea of doing Godzilla, Adventure Time, Godzilla, Adventure Time, make sure everything is in rotation. So, this month I want to finish the Showa era, and I want to do a double feature, not just because it's 2 movies left, but they're both Mechagodzilla movies, so I think that'd be really neat. Then hopefully, what season of Adventure Time are we on? 6? 5? It's been too long, man. It's been a while since Baby was building a tower into space, because space is where he's got to find his dad, because Daddy's got an arm, and Baby's going to harm his arm by tearing it off his dad. It's been a while since we watched that. My Adventures with Superman Season 2, so I watched Season 1 with Jose, and Jose's like, I really want to go and watch Season 2. I'm like, I'm sorry, when I'm done with the bar, we can do it. So honestly, when he gets back from work today, I would like to start it. I don't know how many episodes it is. I want to say it's like 8. Maybe it's 10, 12. I probably won't want to watch it all today, but hopefully over the next couple days we can get it done. I am so excited to finish Atlanta. Got the last 2 seasons to watch. I don't know when I'll start it. It might be tomorrow. It might be next week. But somewhere within the next few days, I'm going to get back on Atlanta, and I'm so fucking excited for that. What is... Oh, yeah, Gundam! Okay, so... Because a lot of these projects are with other people. That's kind of I think that's kind of what I wanted to say. The Clay project is Godzilla Adventure Time. With Jose, it's going to be Superman. Solo is Atlanta. After Atlanta, it's Zeta Gundam. Because I was supposed to watch that, like, forever ago and just haven't. Might be, but I will get to it. And on my birthday is when I want to rewatch Madoka. So, transitioning into the next thing is like some of the videos I want to make over the course of this month. I still want to do a birthday stream where I just rewatch Madoka and just kind of give commentary on it, because I talk about it, it's my favorite show, it's my favorite work of fiction. I am excited to rewatch it because it's been a while. I mean, it's been like a year or 2, but I would like to. Also, the new movie is coming out. I need to make sure, like, I watch everything before the movie. My birthday just feels like a nice time to do it, and it's like, yeah, this is something I really know and like and want to talk about. I would like to be able to do that, like, as I'm watching. I just think that'd be really fun. Some other videos, obviously, the regular Thursday videos, Worm videos, Godzilla movies, all that kind of shit. I want to get back into tier lists because I have time. And since I'm almost done with Worm, I really want to do some Worm, like ranking all the arcs. I know there's a character tier list that has like everybody. So there's definitely gonna be a tier of just like, I don't know who the fuck this person is, like who the fuck cares, I'm sorry, but it's gonna happen. If your favorite's in there, might be. My favorite Panacea is not gonna be in that tier. But looking forward to doing that. I would like to do a Smiling Friends tier list. I don't think I'm really gonna do one on the characters. And like Alan is my favorite, and everyone else I kind of like about the same, but I would really like to do one on the episodes. We'll kind of see about some other ones. I never actually did a best pony tier list. Maybe I need to do that. I should probably do... Okay, here's what I actually want to do. I don't know when. I want to do a Trails tier list. I want to do a, like, here's the entire cast of the Trails games. Here is my tier list. Boy, that's going to be fucking long. That would probably be like, alright, let me do the Sky characters. Okay. Now it's like round 2. Now it's like a day later. Let me do Crossbell. Adios, forgive me for what I'm about to say about Crossbell, man. Cold Steel. Kuro. There's a part of me that's like, I mean, there's a new game coming out this year. Maybe I should wait, but also, I'm not going to be able to play it this year. I don't speak Japanese. I don't read Japanese. I should probably just go ahead and do it. Maybe I should wait to play Nayuta, because I don't know if Nayuta characters would even be on there. Like, we'll see, but I would love to do a Trails tier list. In terms of games, talked about that. Done with Conquer. Xenogears is the next big project after that in terms of writing. I will probably actually start working on Severance again in terms of, like, editing. Basically doing what I'm doing with Orichalcum, chapter by chapter. Let's make the script as strong as it can be. Let's cut the fat. And it was like, okay, does this scene, like, do anything? Does it actually help with the plot or the world or the characters? No. Is it at least fun or funny? No. All right, just cut it. And even if it is, it's like, well, this is a really fun scene, but I don't think it really works anymore for A, B, and C reasons, and maybe there's other areas that need to be fleshed out, etc., etc. Let's try and make this as good as it can be and, like, refine it before I can say it's done. I want to be able to say by the end of the year that all of the writing for Severance is done and my Orichalcum edits are also done. I don't know how tenable that is because I've got, 5 months? And there's a lot to do for both of them, but it is theoretically doable. In terms of reading, I'm gonna put a pin in that. In terms of just other shit, like not necessarily related to media consumption, gonna probably be starting up our Pathfinder campaign again. I am looking forward to that because, again, I can play it and not think this was really fun, but this is 3 hours where I wasn't studying. I can play it and go, I'm playing as a dashing rogue named Benicio who's just Swiper the Fox because he's a thief kitsune and he's Swiper the Fox. It's funny to me. Okay, this isn't really an August in review, or July in. It's some shit that recently happened. So, Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom? I don't know. Because on the one hand, there's the part of my brain that goes, hey, I know that actor. He's good in these movies. But then there's the other part of me that goes, why the fuck is Iron Man playing Dr. Doom? I mean, I think conceptually it's a fun idea with how much of a force Tony Stark was in this world and on so many of these people. Seeing his face, but it's someone else and how that might affect them sounds super interesting. But also it's, you couldn't have gotten someone else. Like, no disrespect to Robert Downey Jr. He was a great Tony Stark. He's now an Oscar-winning actor. He's fucking great at Tropic Thunder. But maybe we could have just gone in a different direction. Like, we could have gotten someone else. Like, given someone else that chance. I don't know. Like, I'm excited to see Dr. Doom. And I'm excited to see what he does with the role. I don't know if I'm super excited that it is his role, though, you know? I talked about my birthday is coming up on the 16th. I will be 31. My knees feel like they're at least 40. So that's fun. Tomorrow is August 2nd. And that's an important day because that's when I found Bahamut. That's when I was going for a walk and this little kitten, like, came out of the grass and ran back into the grass and then came back out and followed me home. It will be 4 years tomorrow, and that just makes me happy. So that's the other notes. pulling the pen out, talking about reading. Like I said, I plan on finishing Worm very soon. My genuine and sincere... Well, sorry, my voice has been like cracking. Excuse me. My genuine and sincere hope is that tonight or early tomorrow, I will be done with 29. That Sunday, maybe even Saturday after work, I can start and finish Spec, and then Sunday I think again it's Teneral. If not next week, like either by the end of this week or the end of, let me try that again. Either by the end of this week or very early next week, I want to be finished reading Worm. In terms of videos, I don't know when I'll get them all done, because I think my brain will be more of, I don't want to finish an arc, do a video, and then like wait to kind of catch up. I think I'll just want to finish. Depending on how Spec and Teneral feel, I might just do them in one video, like here's the ending and the epilogue. Maybe it is, depending on what happens, it might be like, no, they have to be separate videos. Like, I don't know, that would make sense, but we'll see. What I am expecting is finish it. I might go ahead and do a 29 video in between, and then 30 and 31. But I plan on doing a video for all 3 arcs. Like I said, I would like to do a tier list for the arcs, for the characters. At some point, I do want to do a final Worm video. There's a non-zero chance I'll just reread. I'm not going to reread all of Worm for that. Watch all of my logs and be like, okay, let me relive my Worm experience. Like, what are the things that I talked about that I really liked, that I really disliked, kind of to jog my memories, because not all of them have notes that are written down. I think most of them do. But I think that'll help. It's like, alright, just like my own thoughts about things, using this to kind of refresh. What do I think of the story overall? And spoiler alert, as it is now, it's fucking great. But what are the things that I really like about, I mean, we kind of know what those are. I really like the human element in a lot of these conversations. Like, I like the morals and the ethics and the politics. I like the powers. The fights are cool, but they're generally not my favorite. It is those more human moments, even amongst the superhuman, that I really, really fuck with. But what are some of the best? Like, who are some, I mean, there's gonna be a whole tier list of my favorite characters, but just kind of a last words on Worm video. At some point, maybe this year, like late in the year, probably early to mid next year. And by mid, I'm not like June, I'm thinking maybe more around like March or so. I feel like for me, it's anywhere from like December or March, I think is when I want to start Ward. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for it. Obviously, like, my last words on Worm have nothing to do with Ward. Anytime I do a Worm tier list for the characters, it is not considering anything that happens in Ward, because I haven't read it yet. In the meantime, in between being done with Worm, starting Ward, as I've said before, will be rereading Fallout Equestria Project Horizons. I feel like I'm genuinely more excited to finish Worm so I can start Horizons rather than to read the ending of Worm. And I want to know how Worm ends, like I'm looking forward to it, but I am just giddy to get back into Horizons. And not necessarily because I'm like, dude, it's so good and I'm excited. It's more just, I have a lot to say about this story. It's been 10 years and I still have a lot to say about this story. I'm just excited to finally record it. And because I will be rereading it, it will be fresh in my mind. And I'll be able to see, like, all of these scenes and be like, okay, how good is this actually? Because there's a lot of parts of Project Horizons, looking at you, Lucidity, that at the time I was like, this is really good and I love it. And then upon reflection later in the story, I'm like, I'm really not so sure anymore. Like, a lot of the moments here don't hold up in the greater context of the story. While there's other moments, like the Applebot, that in the greater context of the story go from like, okay, that was kind of a minor, forgettable thing. I guess it was kind of important too. Oh, that was massive. And I'm excited to be able to have that perspective on it. And also just to know, after all these years, am I too hard on it? Are there parts that I'm too lenient with? Like, all of the frustrations and opinions, and I'm gonna do a video before I even start reading Project Horizons again, really going into, like, this is what I think about it, and this is why it's so important to me in general, and why it's important for me to do this. There's a lot. I don't know how long that video is going to be. In my head, I'm like, 45 minutes. It's not going to be 45 minutes. This video is only like 26. Suffice to say, for better and for worse, because it's both, it's very important to me. I'm looking forward to reviewing it, or like to experiencing it again and being able to talk about it. That's my plan for August. I hope you had a great July. I hope your August is better and the rest of the year is even better. Alright, the Olympics have started. Yeah, that's also cool as shit. Shout out to all the fucking Olympians, man. I can't do that shit. It's cool as hell. Hope you had a great July. Hope you have a great August, September, and all of them too. Take care.